I have a new phrase that I am adopting into my life. Hey y'all, happy Friday. Welcome back to Fearless Fridays. Today is Friday, July 22nd. This is episode 126 of Fearless Fridays. As always, I welcome you to the show, whether it's your first time watching or your return watcher. Welcome back. So let's dive right into it. So I have a new phrase that I am adopting into my life as something that I am going to think of often and remind myself of often. And if you watched episode 125 last week, you heard me say this phrase at the end of the episode. And what I said was journey louder. And actually, I want to shift it from journey louder to journey bolder. And I'm going to talk more about that phrase. There are two different stories that I want to tell that kind of inform me wanting to use that phrase. So I have had this experience a few times in my life where someone I meet who is a complete stranger to me. They're new to me. They barely know me. We're talking and getting to know one another, and they are just a new person to me. And this person who is new to me knows very little about my life experience, only knows what I've told them so far, will say something to me that is so profound and so life shifting that I have to remember it, that I have to write it down. And I also have to ponder it because I think to myself, this person does not know me from a can of paint. This person just met me. They barely know me. All they know about me is the little things that I may have told them already. And yet they're able to look at me and hear what I share with them and look at what I share of my life and my experiences and say something to me that is so profound that it feels like they've known me forever. And I think that's such a beautiful thing because it speaks to how the people around us who love us, who know us, see us. And sometimes those people don't see us fully in our fullness, right? So sometimes people who have known us for years, they know us in a certain aspect, they know us to be a certain thing or to be a certain way. They don't really see us with new eyes. But a lot of times, someone who is new to us, well, all the time, someone who is new to us sees us with new eyes, with fresh eyes. And they can see us with those fresh eyes and see the possibilities, and they're able to speak to us and speak into our lives in a way that um, enlivens, is that a word? I think so, that enlivens those possibilities. And that has happened to me a few times. And it's, again, like I said, it's so profound that it stops me in my tracks and it makes me think, wow, this person who barely knows me kind of revived me in a way. And so that happened to me a little while ago. I met someone who, we talked for a short amount of time, and this person said to me, uh, journey louder. And I was like, wow. And what's amazing about that is that there are people in my life who might say, oh, Tryphena's so loud, Tryphena's so bold, not loud in a bad way, but loud in like the way I live. And I try to live in a life that is bold and that is exciting and adventurous and fearless, not allowing fear to stop me. But this person said to me, journey louder. And I was like, wow, they can tell that there's more in me. And the phrase that they just said to me speaks to the more that's in me. So that's the one story. The second story I want to tell is that a couple weeks ago, I got baptized as an adult. Obviously, I'm an adult. And I was baptized as a child. I think it was like 5 or 7 or something like that. I was very young, and I think I had a very basic understanding of what baptism was. But as an adult, um, and with the past couple of years being as they've been, and all the major life changes and shifts and transitions that my life has had, and the transitions that are on the horizon, some of which I can see very clearly and sense very clearly, I wanted to get baptized again as an adult to solidify, well, for a lot of reasons, but one of those reasons was to solidify the knowing and the acceptance and the embracing of the fact that God is with me always, that God carries me always. And I want to always make sure that I acknowledge Him in what I do and in who I am and in the changes that are happening. I want His hand of protection and guidance to be on those shifts that have happened and the things that are to come. And so I wanted to get baptized. And so I got baptized, and my church is one church here in LA. The pastor is Torrey Roberts, and shout out to Torrey if you're watching this. But he gave a bit of a mini sermon, if you will, a mini message right before I got baptized, and he was talking about um, how sometimes you have to be fearless uh when you're making shifts. And if you're on my Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see this reel that I made. Go out, check it out, and read the caption. It's long, but it will kind of go into deeper detail. But one of the things that he talked about was being fearless. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things that I try to help other people embrace in their lives, is the idea of fearlessness, that fear doesn't have to control you. And sometimes you have to be fearless in saying no to things that other people would say yes to, because you know that there's a journey that you're on. And there's something that he talked about, a word he kept using. He kept talking about being bold and being bolder. And that was something that resonated so deeply with me, the idea of being bolder. Because again, boldness is something that I want to embody in my life. It's something that I seek to embody in my life. I want to be a bold person. I want to take things on with boldness. I want to be around bold people. And so that idea, or the message that he gave about being bold and being bolder, reminded me of the message that new person in my life gave me when he said, journey louder. And I thought to myself, okay, so instead of journey louder, I want to say journey bolder. I want my journey from here on out to be bolder than it has ever been before. Anything that I have done with boldness in the past, I want more boldness in the future. And I recognize and know that the things that I desire, the things that I want, and the things that I see happening for myself will require a level of boldness that I have not even stepped into before. Because it takes a certain level of boldness to see what you want and to see what's on the horizon and to go after it, knowing that other people have gone after similar things and have been defeated along the journey, or defeated by the journey. And so there's a certain level of boldness that you have and take on to say, yeah, this journey may have defeated other people, but I'm still going to be bold to take the journey, because I know that there is a destination. I know that there's a promise. I know that there is growth. I know that there is something for me, not just at the destination, but along the journey. So I'm going to choose to be bold and take this journey. So those are the two stories that I wanted to share. And that's what I want to start to embody more of and more of and more of in myself, is this idea of journeying bolder. And so I want to share that with y'all. How can you journey bolder in your life? How can you take the boldness that you have had before, or maybe the boldness that you haven't had before, and take it on and be bolder in your life? How can you do it? That's what I want to share with y'all this week. That's what I want to leave with y'all this week. Journey bolder. And I know I've been saying the euphoria of fearlessness trumps the comfort of staying safe. I think I like that phrase. It's long. I like it. It's long, but I like it. But I think I'm going to replace it. That's my new catchphrase, is journey bolder. That's what I have for y'all this week. Journey bolder. Leave me a comment if this resonated with you, please. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe and share. Forgot to say those things at the beginning, but do that. Like, subscribe, and share. And also, if you are familiar with my short film, Solomon's Mood, I am still in the fundraising process, and I actually have an event that I am hosting in August here in Los Angeles. So if you are here in LA and you want to help support Solomon's Mood, check out the flyer that will be at the end of this video, but also it's on my Instagram page and my Facebook page, so you'll see it there. It is called Black Love in Cinema, and it is a speakeasy style fundraiser for Solomon's Mood. So those are all of the things that I want to share with y'all this week. Remember to journey bolder, and I'll talk to y'all next week. Bye bye.